we learned about the ICT tools. We got to know the definition of the ICT tools, and we saw some examples of ICT tools. In today's lesson, we are going to look at the uses of these ICT tools. So I expect you to be able to mention one example of an ICT tool and also state its use. So now let's look at the uses of ICT tools. So the first example is television. As we in our homes, we have televisions over there. We get information by watching the news, and we can also use it to watch movies, listen to music, and also even watch some documentaries on the television. So the television is a medium through which information is broadcast. So where you can get your news about anything that is going on around the world, or you can watch some documentaries or even watch movies. So the information that you see on your television comes in the form of pictures. So that's for the television. Let's take a look at another example. So we have the mobile phone. The mobile phone, I know it's now common and most of you are even using mobile phones. It's being used to make calls and also send text message. You should know ICT tools help you to do transmit and receive information. You can also use the mobile phone to play games. You can also use it to browse on the internet. Those are some of the uses of the mobile phone. Now let's take a look at another one, which is the radio. Now with mobile phones and computers, we don't normally listen to the radio, but it is an ICT tool. So it is used for transmission of information, and this information comes in the form of sound. The radio only produces sounds. So that's another example of the ICT tool and its use. Let's take a look at the next one, which is computer. So we already saw the definition for computer, and these are some of the uses of the computer. It helps you in playing computer games. It helps you in creating documents. In creating documents, if you could remember when we defined files, we said we have the Word file. We also have the PowerPoint file and the WordPad file. You shouldn't forget this. So these are some of the files that we use in creating our documents. The next one is used in developing softwares. We'll be looking at some of the programming languages in our subsequent lessons. And also it's used in creating sounds or video. You can also use the computer to communicate with people. You can do that through emails. So communicating with people. Communicating with people through emails or video calls. That's how we normally communicate with people who are not around us. At the beginning of the lesson, I said I expected you to be able to mention an example of an ICT tool and also state its use. We've been able to look at some of the examples. We mentioned about the television, the radio, and we also looked at the computer. In our next lesson, we'll be looking at health and safeties in using ICT tools. See you in the next lesson.